So when we meet someone for the first time, we always ask, so where are you from? And oftentimes we talk a little bit about the last 20 years of that person's life. But have you ever wondered where you're really from? Like, where do your roots go in your family tree? You probably know there's some places you can look and you have an idea from your great grandmother who's probably put some family history together for you. But where do you really come from? In this video, I'm going to show you how easy and fun it is to go into Family Search and quickly find out your roots and learn more about people who set the stage for you to be on this earth. And hi, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Will Humphreys. I make videos on this channel, The Ties That Bind, to help make temple and family history work easy. And again, my hope is to also make it more meaningful and fun. And so in today's video, we're going to jump over to Family Search and show you how easy it is to quickly identify members geographically to identify where you're from originally. So I'm going to share my screen, and again, whenever we get over to Family Search, the first thing you do is you log in the upper right-hand corner. And then over on the left-hand side, you have this section of items that you can look through. We're going to go to Activities next, and we're going to answer that second activity there, where am I from? Again, like I do with all these videos, I haven't done this before. I'm doing this for the first time with you. I maybe have figured out the basics right to this point, but I haven't done much more beyond that. So it looks like on this first screen, on My Family line, you can see how many people they can identify in what regions of the world. So from the South, which I knew for a fact was the situation, there's a ton of people from that South area. And then I'm guessing much older in time, we have England and part of Europe. But what's interesting is you can scale back and see exactly generationally where your generations come from geographically. So by the fourth generation, I have, I think, one person over in England and everyone's over here. But if I go back 8 generations, obviously, then I have a lot more population over here in Europe. So, you can look at all your ancestors. You can look at converts to the church. You can also look at immigrants. And what's cool about I'm looking at this for the first time. What's really cool for me in seeing this is how we can see where they went. So where they started and where these individuals came back from. So someone from Europe came over here. Let's click on them just to find out who they are. Lion Udall. So who is Lion? What's cool is when you click on anyone's name, it takes you right back to that person's details in their timeline. So this is someone who was born in 1690 and they died in 1767. So they died in Connecticut and they were born in the United Kingdom. So very interesting. Obviously, it talks about when he moved over to Connecticut and all that took place there. And then I can look to see over here what my direct relationship is with this person. So this is a great grandfather of some sort there, and just very interesting. I can click on his name and look at photos if there's any, stories, documents, the whole 9 yards. So very interesting to see this. If you scroll down here, if we click on all ancestors again, and then we scroll down here just a little bit. Oops, not scroll down, sorry. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, so we ended up in Libya without meaning to. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on this area here. I'm really curious to see a little bit more about the United Kingdom relationship. And if I drag around here without scrolling into Libya, I can see here there's some work that's been done. So if I click on this individual, John Owen Humphrey, Roland, I can see this is another great-grandparent of mine. And this looks like a direct line through my dad's line. So it's interesting because between Roland and Daniel, the S got added, and then I can look at other relatives and see more information about them. So this is a person who died at 68. Just very interesting. If I wasn't doing a video already, there's a lot more I want to dive into because it's just curious to see who these people are. When do they live? How are they related to me? If you click on family lines, you can click on a parent to begin, and it takes you through geographically however you want. So if you were ever curious about maybe my grandmother's line geographically, and I wanted to stick into the Armstrong family, and I just wanted to go through that, I can dive into the Armstrong family and it keeps me connected geographically to where we're going. That's interesting. So the end of the line started in 1765. For me, that's just fascinating. I've never seen that before. And so obviously I could go back and click on those names, which I'll do after this video, and learn more. And this is fun. Geographically, we can look at our heritage. So when you click on my heritage tab on the top, it breaks down your descendancy by country. So I'm obviously heavy on the United States side, but I have a little this Irish and English and in these other countries as well. So yeah, back to the timeline. This is a really cool tool that I want you to look at using with your family. Again, this is something that when you're in this place of developing your family history, it's really hard to make it fun and engaging. So the key thing here is to find yourself in a position where you do the best that you can to make it fun and engaging. And if you can do that, you'll start to get people more passionate about all of the different aspects of it. Because we have this promise that we are going to be drawn towards it. And I will tell you from experience, I never cared about temple and family history work in the way that I do now. And there's reasons for that, but ultimately, it's really fun to be able to show my kids who they are, what they stand for. So later in life, when hard times come, they can know what it means to be a Humphreys. They can know what it means to go back into those family stories and stand for who they are. So where are you from? I'd love to have you comment below in this video where you found where you're from. If there's any surprises that you didn't know, I would also love to have you subscribe to this channel and share this with others so that we can continue to grow these tips to help others do the same. But thanks for your time. Until next time.